Get you the sunrise while I can. Yeah, I know. Building's noisy. Woodpeckers on the backside pecking on it too. Interesting that there's a little color over here too, but I don't know. See if it'll show up through the trees. Here you go. And I know it's showing through those trees. They cut our chances of rain considerably. So, God only knows. I mean, it was a little over a tenth yesterday. It was, 11 or 12 hundredths. Most of that was started at 3:45 in the morning. So, anyway, you know what I'm doing today? Works on a baler. Right after I feed these guys. Yeah, good morning, guys. Oh, we got 2 more that are going to join you. It's about time there, boys. His face looks like one new cow. We keep talking about we've got a couple that look like that. Oh, anyway, 2-handed job. Alright, wasn't quick enough. Wally was busy bugling. Now he's just growling. I think that's Cowboy down there, being sneaky. Trying to get a look at his mother. And reasonably sure those new cows will come up. I hope they do. Bring their babies, because I want to see them this morning. I honestly... Oh, killdeer flying by here. Where'd you go, killdeer? Almost between me and that cow. There you go, I can see it now. Cruising across the screen. I'm gonna say maybe there's some babies over here somewhere. That's just my guess. Because we know they're hatched. Been a couple days, so by now they should look like mini mommy and daddies. It's just a matter of seeing them. I'm not going to go down and try to find them because the cows will turn around and go out, and I don't want to get the killdeer killed. So I'm going to go feed them. The cows, that is. Well, I'm looking, and I'm looking. I don't see those new cows in here. I was really hoping they were all going to come up together. And they got a few days to figure when I feed grain. But not even all of these girls are in here. What'd you kids do with the new girls? Did you tell them go hide in the corner and don't come out until somebody tells you to? Wait. That's one of them. Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah. Good morning, sweetheart. Where's your buddy? Ah, there we go. Right there. You just got to shuffle around with her calf, and I don't know where her calf is. Oh, well, it's probably that one right there with the tail up. Okay, well, they are here. I will get them fed. And, you know, there's a little of this. So what the hell are you doing? You don't have a spot here at this feeder, and I'm sure that's going to change in a few minutes. Good morning, Cowboy. How is it having Mama here to keep an eye on you again, huh? Huh? Where you going, buddy? Where you going? You chicken? You chicken? Chicken? Yeah. How about you? You're never this close. You're never this close. He's telling you what for. I wanted a little scratch, but not that much, huh? Sapphire, you gonna come say good morning? You are? You come say good morning? Come here. Come here. Come on. Turkey butt. Oh, now she's gonna come to the rest of it. Touch me and go. I'll get this one though. Give her some 11s. Then we'll get Sapphire. Maybe? Huh? A little bit. Ruby. Good morning, Ruby. Okay, get them fed. And I know it's been year round because this is how I got to get up here. Oh, knees and legs and back don't work the other way very well. Mom called me last night with a question. Well, I thought, you're going to get tripped. Don't trip me. I was Sapphire trying to sniff the bucket while my foot was in the way. We fed Mormon's minerals for years. Up until, that was, you had a salesman in the area, regional, whatever. And he retired. They didn't have anybody take his place. And I don't remember what all else happened, so we didn't. And the vet we used at the time happens to be the father of the vet we use in Newburgh for the dogs right now. He had got together with a nutritionalist and they did some work for the animals in this part of the valley and came up with the minerals that they needed. And he had them made, and I don't remember what happened with that. If he couldn't get them made anymore or what. So then we went to using what they had in the feed store in town, which wasn't too bad. And then it was, wind and rain. Everybody, you got to use wind and rain minerals. So we did, because all of a sudden that's the only thing anybody carried locally. And then it was, you got to use wind and rain with fly control. We went from cows eating minerals regularly. I mean, you knew exactly how many pounds you needed for the whole year. You could buy them all at once. You wouldn't run out. You wouldn't run over. And they all looked like her, or like her, or like those two new ones we got over there. They look that way year-round. And then it was, when we started the wind and rain, things kind of changed. They quit eating it as well. And they didn't do as well on it. And went to the wind and rain fly control. And it's got even worse. And honestly, the other side of that wall, there's shelves with the salt and mineral on it. There's 3 bags of mineral that have been on that shelf that Dad bought. Dad's been gone damn near 6 years. End of this month is 6 years. That's how long that mineral's been sitting there. And mineral in the there's mineral down there. Sorry, clear down the far section. There's a half barrel. We use plastic barrel. There's mineral that's been in that since we put that barrel back in after they knocked it out of there. The mineral that was in that before, they didn't touch. The mineral out in the feeder in the feed barn, it's been there all year. It's one reason I wanted to go to that C90 salt with garlic in it. Get some of the minerals in and see what kind of changes we'd make. So anyway, currently, we're kind of looking for a different mineral. I never have been happy with the wind and rain. Give me your thoughts. Anybody have a clue? Anybody else use the wind and rain and have good luck? All the wires are strapped from right there. Well, actually, between about the edge of my fingernail. All the way along. Up, here. Up to here. Then it goes through that grommet about right there. And there's a spot on the side plate. Probably about where my foot is. Where the other wires, they got 2 slotted holes to run a zip tie through. So I got it strapped there. Strapped together here. Strapped together about here is the last place I could reach. Because there's no way, take this off and maybe get in there. Ty was doing that yesterday to feed it through. Got them strapped back here and out to here. And yeah, I know, it's lots of zip ties, but the thing is, zip ties don't last forever. Black ones last a lot longer than white ones. And if one gets broke off, the others will keep the wire there, hopefully. And ran the wire up the inside of this one, so branches and shit can't catch it, hopefully. And keeping it on the bottom of this. And now I am to the point where I got my plug, and I got, figure out where I'm going. And I got my wire, so I got to figure how much I want to cut off of this so I have the plug. And I will make sure there's extra because, I can fold this back, which is what I will do. If anything happens to the camera, next camera might not have as long of a cord, whatever. And I guess that's about it. Ty showed up a few minutes ago. Of course, she spends a little time in the trailer BSing with Becky, and usually she eats breakfast here. And she shouldn't be eating breakfast yet because Brooke and Matt are supposed to be bringing breakfast, but hell, breakfast was 3 hours ago. They didn't say brunch. And I just noticed something. They had that on there to run a powdered, I guess you'd call it an inoculant, to keep high moisture stuff from spoiling. This machine had an inoculant tank on it at one point. See where it was bolted there, and you can see the faded outline. I think there's a faded outline there because I'm guessing this has been repainted. I mean, some of it shows sign that it's been repainted, some of it doesn't show it, and it's got the sticker up on the hydraulic tank that says Nissa Tractor Salvage in Nissa, Oregon. We've done some business with them. They're pretty good. And I think they do some baler work. So this could have been one that burned. It could have been God knows what. And, you look at the knotters. We got one different knotter body. So what? Different color paint, big deal. So then I kind of wonder if, say it might be one that they rebuilt. I've actually thought about calling up there, run the serial number, and see what they can tell me about it. Because there's things that most likely wouldn't have had paint on them, like the covers for these oiler lines. They most likely wouldn't have had paint on them if it hadn't been repainted. Just, little things I've been noticing. Still really haven't seen anything wrong with it. I do know that piece there is bent up from there. Well, from there. How come? I don't know. I really don't. Is it going to affect anything? I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. I talked about trying to straighten it, but I don't know that it's worth it. Yeah, by the way, I got to watch my head up here. Because, light. Let's see. The top of this plug is eye level for me. It's a real bitch when the combine's in here because, well, before we put the lights above the trusses, we hit lights bringing it in. And the lights were right up tight to the bottom. So anyway, get back at this, get my wiring done. Maybe by then breakfast will be here. How many mamas do you see in that picture? Here, I'll show you.
3.
2. 4. Blakely better not be a mama yet.
3 technically. I'm just a mama for babies.
There you go. Now you see her too.
And an auntie mommy, I should say.
So, Brooke and Matt brought Blakely out. Matt made some pretty good biscuits and gravy. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Caught him
Yes, thank you. Okay, you can get your big old butt off of me. It's
about what's left.
You got a bony butt.
So, yeah. It was for brunch.
Asshole.
Breakfast was, what, 4 hours ago?
You're
Something
right.
like that.
Up on time, that would have been actual breakfast.
If you'd have got up on time, you'd have got it made sooner, see?
Hey, you!
Anyway, but there's Blakely, so we get to see her today. It's a bonus day.
It's a bonus day!
Blakely, tell everybody hi.
You say hi?
Say hi, everybody. Say Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Papa's Day!
Yeah, Happy Father's Day. Come on. Say Happy Father's Day.
No, I'm just gonna
You
stare at the camera
turd bucket.
today.
Anyway.
I will drop you. Good
Back
luck,
out and get something done. I found 2 grass thieves. They're both staring at me. That's what, maybe 30 feet past the gate, if that. So there. Finished brunch. Coming to get the skid steer because Becky says we got to move the stove out of the pump house and some carpet out of the pump house. It's a roll. And move the filing cabinets out there so she's got all her stuff together in her office. Then I can get back to work on the baler. But I figured since I happened to see the first one pop up and look at me and then the second one walked up behind her, I would show you. And I don't remember where the heck it was the other day. It wasn't very far from here. Becky and I saw a really nice buck. You know, still full velvet, obviously. Eye guards were already there, and what was coming up was starting to fork, and I'm going to say with the size of his rack at the moment, he's probably going to be a 3 or a 4 point. And blacktails you count. You don't count all the points together. So a 3 or 4 point will be 3 points on each rack, on each side, or 4 on each side, or they do 3x4s. You get forks, they're both sides. Or you get 2x3s. You know, there's even 2x4s. But I'm going to say that's last year's baby with Mommy. Oh, Ty and Nick got this one apart when Nick was here that day, but that's got one of those crimpy inserts in here, and it's solid. So that's got to get cut off. Freaking A. No, I'm not talking to you. And that side they never got apart, it's solid too. So it's got to get cut off, get the insert out. Ty's seeing if she can find inserts. And I'm done. I'm done. That's extra double back. And then I realized something. I just pulled the little plastic protector off the lens. And I realized might be an issue on this baler. On the old baler, it's got a different fan setup. That's another fan on this one. It's a squirrel cage fan. It actually closes and lays down there. One thing I don't like about them, after a friend of ours bailed for us when Dad died, that screen gets packed easily with shit. And I'm assuming that it runs whenever the PTO shaft is turning, so it's not like you can just shut it off, kind of like our other one is. But the other one has a squirrel cage fan mounted off to the side over here that sucks from that way, and then it runs into a manifold with tubes into each knotter to blow the shit out. I drilled and tapped a hole in the main body of that and ran an air hose, half-inch air hose around, and put it right here to blow the dust off. When we put the camera on the other one originally, give it 20 minutes and you couldn't see anything. So is this going to be that way or not? I don't know. You know, things are in different positions. Might be better. We'll find out. So now I gotta cut that off, cut the other one off, because we tried. It ain't going nowhere. And she couldn't get this off yesterday because it's got a slot. And there's a bolt in that so that it can't just come up. Well, if it's tight here, it ain't gonna come off. I think we're gonna take that bolt out because if you gotta get in there, it's a pain in the ass to get a bolt out of down there. I mean, it'd have been better off putting another knob in from the outside, in my opinion. So, with that, I'm going to take all that shit down and all this shit down and I guess grab the cutoff, see what I can do. Well, there he is, ready to go to his new home. Ty says he's shedding like crazy. He'll get up there. They got some brushing spots he can go rub on. Huh, buddy? Yeah. I don't gotta feed you no more. Somebody else gets to. Big trailer. It ain't very wide. But it gets the job done for him. So, anyway. Everybody's in the shop. Maury had little Ben with him. Kind of hoping to have his dad with him, so I could wish him a happy Father's Day. But anyway, let everybody say hi, Ben. Looking at the back of his head. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
God, I even give his channel shout outs, and what's he do? Ignores me.
He was looking.
Hi, Maury.
Did you show him Iceman going home?
I did. Because I told everybody that I thought he was going home today, so I had to get that.
He's excited.
Yeah, he looks like he's happy at the moment because he's not in his pen. There's that thing. It's no longer up there. Ty was taking the bolts out of there, but she couldn't get to with that in. She wanted to take that motor off. And I went, no, you don't want to do that. So, screw it. Took it out the other way. It'll probably go back on because whatever it goes, if we use it, it'll need a frame to set on anyway. And I got this latch adjusted, so this appears that it will seal all the way around the twine box, not part way. I haven't got up there to measure that yet and make a plate to cover that hole. Becky came in and cleaned part of the floor. Like I said, part of it. She also cleaned some shit up. There was shit up above that tube. She got it knocked down and she gave up when Ty was knocking stuff down at her. I haven't seen our light bulbs yet. I think Amazon says by 10 o'clock. I mean, I don't know. I could have snuck in and I didn't see them yet. These couldn't, not that you usually turn them this way, but they couldn't come around because the zerks were going to hit. No, I wanted 1/4 inch. It's only 3/16, but that works. And these were bent, so they were swung over. So I got a pry bar in and opened them up. Really, it needs a gusset in there because it bends here. It doesn't bend anywhere else. And I know crusty bolts because I put longer bolts in. The others were self-tappers and they weren't much beyond the tapping area that was holding beforehand. But they're both clear now. And this one, between being bent down and whatever else, the weld was hitting, so it couldn't go all the way forward. It went to about there. So that's done. Ty just asked me about that fire extinguisher mount, and I said, you know, I'm sorry, that's a stupid spot for it. And that's where they put them on all of them. I mean, I'm 5'11", and right there's as high as I can comfortably reach. So guess what? I could get it unsnapped, but then what am I going to do? And if you're up above trying to lean down, you're going to fall off before you get it. This one I couldn't get it adjusted to seal. It's tighter, but we're already tight here. It needs to go this way to seal because it's this corner of the box that doesn't seal, so I can't go any tighter there. I already showed all this, but we're getting there. I don't know. Hey, I found this little bugger right here. That came off the other side. That was where that gantry box was mounted. I thought it went underneath the stool when I was standing on it, and obviously it didn't. It went the other way, and I wonder we couldn't find it over there. And yes, I'm going to swing these back out of the way. Never made it out to the baler to get the sensor bolts off it, so can't finish that part yet. I'm kind of toying with the idea of putting another SMV emblem on this one. Won't take much to make a bracket. Maybe people wake up then. They're idiots. We all know that. So anyway, that's what we got done today. And Brooke and Matt got a bunch of stuff taken care of in the basement for Becky. Got some shelves that were built in place out, and some other shelves that were movable out. And yeah, that's no good. It's not got enough tweak left in it. And all the stuff we took out of here and took to the barn to get it out of the way, that's now on. Hopefully it's on those shelves. In the grain bin right behind the machine shed. Someplace to put it where it's out of the weather. I think I'm going to call it a night. Today was kind of like yesterday. We listened to the thunder about a half hour ago. And it's been raining for an hour. Just enough it's good and wet. Changing the forecast again. They're bumping the chances up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. So. Happy Father's Day, y'all. Hope it was a good one. Hope everybody has a great Monday.